Good afternoon, it's Finn, and I am going to discuss the elephant in the room. Let's talk about sex. Sex and sexuality are kind of weird. Kind of super fucking weird. I think especially in America we are inundated, just fucking overwhelmed with these thoughts of what sex is and what it should be. Where to have it, when to have it, how to have it, why to have it, and I don't know, it's just really hard to come up with your own idea of what sex is and how it feels to you when you're being influenced by all of these messages coming at you from all directions and just being crammed down your throat all day, every day. It's just, how do you do it? It's really hard. So there are those people that say that sex is great, it's sacred, it's something that is shared between a man and a woman, and it is something beautiful and brings babies into this world. It should only be used for reproduction, and that is it. Sex is a sin. Sex is something that's awesome, and I don't want to fucking hear about it. Keep it to yourself. Sex is something that is great and should be shared with everyone, whatever the fuck that means. And then, there's people that are like, sex, whatever. Who cares? I think family, parents especially, kind of use these scare tactics to scare their kids into not having sex before marriage. And I think it's a message that kids should get, that you should wait to have sex until you feel comfortable with it. But, by the same token, using scare tactics is not the fucking way to go about it. This is like super exaggerated, but like, if you have sex before marriage, you're gonna die in the gutter, you're gonna have space AIDS, and you're gonna do drugs, and it's gonna be awful for you. You're gonna have 1 billion kids, and all of your kids are gonna have space AIDS, and they're gonna die too. And like, that is not the case. Space AIDS. Just a huge scare tactic to really avoid teaching your kids in earnest about what sex is and what sexuality is. And I think it's a damn shame, actually. Anyway, I think the way that our parents and the people around us talk about sex really influence our thoughts about sex and sexuality, and I think it's really funny that that same kid that gets the lectures about never having sex, the second that they come out as asexual, the parents totally flip the fucking script, and it's like, holy shit, what is wrong with you? I have failed you as a parent. How can you love someone if you never have sex? How could you be a fulfilled individual without having sex? How could you live a life without sex? There's something wrong with you. You need to go to a therapist. I failed you as a parent, and I failed God as a person of God. I don't know. I personally wouldn't come out to my parents as asexual just because, I don't know, I'm going to keep them happy. And it seems like the status quo keeps them happy, and I don't know, I don't want to deal with that shit right now. I'm not a person who's like so about their lifestyle and so about their morals and so about the way that things should be that I'm going to totally turn my parents' life upside down with this fucking thing. I'm not ready to do that. Some people are, some people aren't. I'm not. I am asexual, panromantic, and really what that means is I am not sexually attracted to any gender, and I am romantically attracted to all genders, meaning that I could fall in love with any gender, and I don't want to have sex with anyone. I think it's really easy to understand, but for people both in and outside of the LGBT, FP, MTSQ, F4, 7 community, it's actually super hard, coincidentally, to get like what asexuality is. I don't know. It's like we don't exist. Go figure. And it is frustrating because people will come to you with the most ignorant shit you have ever fucking heard. Like people that have not taken a biology class, I guess, they don't know what sexual and asexual reproduction is, and they assume that you must reproduce by binary fission or budding like you're a fucking sponge. And surprise, surprise, I have a fiance, and he is what we in the asexual community call allosexual. That means that he is a person who is not asexual. So that includes pansexual, heterosexual, bisexual, all the sexualities you could ever think of that are not asexual. Cool? Cool. And so He's sexually attracted to me. I'm not sexually attracted to him, but I love the shit out of him and I would do anything for him. And so we come to a compromise where he has sex less than he would like to and I have sex more than I would like to. And it works out for us. For some people, it doesn't work out. And for some people, you're just better not being together. I do not want to hear that bullshit from asexual people saying that if you're in a relationship with someone who's allosexual, that they should not have sex on your behalf. That is tremendously unfair to push your lifestyle onto someone else, to force them not to have sex. That's just as bad as them forcing you to have sex. Keep that in fucking mind, because sexual health is very important and well-being within a relationship is super important. And so if you can't make a compromise, you need to go ahead and move on. For me and some other asexuals, the thought of sex is actually really cool. There are some asexuals who think sex is totally disgusting. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to see it. They think it's just wrong. And that's cool. Leave them alone. I get sex repulsed sometimes. Like, to me, sex is kind of like an invasive chore. Like, you're washing the dishes and someone's giving you wet willies and sticking their fingers in your mouth. It's just something that you'd rather not be doing because it's why? Why would you do that willingly? It's just something that I'd rather not do. I'd rather be eating cake because I fucking love cake. Cake. But yeah, sex to me is really interesting. I would like to enjoy sex because it seems like when people are doing it, they're enjoying themselves. Just like when you go to an amusement park, you see someone on a roller coaster, you're like, cool, I would like to do that, only I'm super scared so I'm not going to do it, but I can enjoy that person doing it. I would just like to be a person who sees sex as objectively as possible, like sees it for exactly what it is and doesn't push their ideals and thoughts about sex onto other people. And I think if everyone did that, it would, I don't know, the world would be a better place. Because people's thoughts of sex and what they do about it, it's just weird. I feel like that's becoming a running theme. I'm just gonna end all of my rants with blank is weird. Sex is weird, sexuality is weird, shit is just weird. And peace. That was bad. I suck at this, I'm sorry.